I got my fiber because sometimes pooping's cool. This looks like dog food, but I think it's beef sticks. I don't know. You can like kind of just like hang on it. Yo, what's up? Come on in. Yo, do you mind taking off your shoes real quick? Thank you so much. As you can see, it can get a little dusty. We are currently under the House of Blues in Chicago, and there's like 7 layers of stairs, and we are in the subterranean level where it is quite dirty. But yeah, welcome. My name's Garrett. Our band is called Silent Planet. I believe we've done one with you. This will be our second. We're still not in a bus, but it's closer to a bus than the last time. Somewhere between a van and a bus here in this very unique, one-of-a-kind bandwagon. So welcome. Here's our television. We've been watching some like 80s, 90s horror movies this tour a bit. It gets used on occasion. It also has a ghost that operates it because it turns on randomly at night. Like 3 or 4 times every single night. Basically every time we wake up it's on because the ghost watches it. And there's really weird stuff that the ghost watches. But anyways, yeah, we got, so most bandwagons would have like a kitchen, but we actually just have a lot of seating. We have so much vinyl with us on this tour that we're using this for like storage. We got our fan to try to suck the dust out of the air. We got our soccer ball, which big fan of kicking around the football. We have, looks like we do have I haven't seen anyone play it yet, but we do have a Nintendo Switch. We got cubbies for the whole squad. There is like sneaky storage that under these seats. We got a bunch of Super Bloom vinyl, which I think I'm supposed to sign this. And our daily food buyouts go into these different things. So, hey, look. I got my lunch money. So this is my cubby. I got some coats, which I haven't had to use yet, because the weather's awesome. I got my Airborne, my vitamin C, that's the most important. I got my fiber because sometimes pooping's cool. I got A People's History of the United States by Howard Zinn, more important than ever to read in these times. It's really cool. He tells the story of what history looks like, not just from the eyes of the kings and the generals, but what like a common person's life would have been like in different times of history. I got a nebulizer in my hydration packets, like inhale salt water, love that. I got A Brief History of Everything by Ken Wilber. My roommate Levi gave this to me, and I just got started. Race in the Cosmos, I have not read this yet, but I'm excited to. Got some, some digestive aids. I think there's a tummy motif that's occurring, and my show clothes. I wear this every day, and it stinks for sure. Our team, I think specifically our merch gal Destiny and Alex, like decorated this, put up LED lights. Even when we make it dark, we got kind of like a nightclub vibe going on in here. We usually keep it pretty dark in here. This is actually a rare thing in the kitchen. It looks like we have some beer. The reason this is rare is I always joke that you'll never find a beer on our bandwagon. Like, no one in our band really drinks. We're not like anti-drinking. We're not straight edge even. We just, I don't know. No one really ever drinks. So I swear this is like the first time I've ever seen beer on our bandwagon. But hey, look at that. We got beer on our bandwagon. We got a lot of coffee. This looks like kind of like the Japanese. You see this a lot in Japan. These kind of black coffees. We do have a lot of coffee on the bandwagon, for sure. We stay stocked on bananas, absolutely. I got some sunflowers. I think I'm gonna throw these in the crowd tonight when we play our song Wick. No, I don't do tea. You know, I know a lot of singers like swear by tea. I never really got much out of it. I'm not much of a tea person, unless if I'm like in a lot of pain. But we usually have a lot of, I don't know if this is it. We usually have a lot of vegan protein bars because our bassist is vegan and he loves his protein. So we got that. We got some spooky Halloween decorations. This was on the wall, but something about a bandwagon is when it's driving, you're basically doing this the whole time, like that meme of the kid with sunglasses in the club. So that was falling off the wall, but yeah, we got a fridge over here. I don't know, what do we got? We got some Arizona iced tea, we got a Red Bull, we got a Coke. Wow, we even got a Claw, look at that. Usually have a lot of protein drinks in there. Blueberries, big fan of trying to have antioxidants as much as possible. And I think the thing we have the most of is Uncrustables. We have an insane amount of Uncrustables because they are vegan, and even the non-vegans, everyone likes them. So lots of Uncrustables up here. Normally this is a junk buck, but we have such a full wagon that we are sleeping. So we got our driver, John, he sleeps in that area. And then we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. We got 8 bunks. And then we actually have someone else who sometimes sleeps on this couch. His name's Josh, he's in Reflections, but he also sometimes rides with us because he's also teching for us. So we will at any given point have like 10 people in this place, which is wild. I just want to point out how much Nick loves his plant-based protein. He has so much protein, and what do we got? We even got creatine in here. Whoa, big gains. We got a snack cupboard up in here. Always Takis, lots of Takis. It gives us something to talk about. But no, seriously, dudes love Takis. This looks like dog food, but I think it's beef sticks. I don't know. Ooh, gummy bears. This is, I don't know where this came from. They're hiding it from me because when I'm not on tour, I'm a total sugar fiend. When I'm on tour, I don't really allow myself to eat sugar because inflammation is my enemy. So yeah, I do sometimes, we get a lot of protein bars. Sometimes people are really kind and they give us protein bars. So I'll eat that from time to time. We even got some honey. Even though, I don't know, I don't use this. If I ever do get honey, I try to get the Manuka honey. That stuff's so good. Highly recommend it for singers who have scratchy voices. We got our microwave. True story, our sound guy nearly set this bandwagon on fire a couple days ago in Philly. He had a burrito wrapped in paper, and he didn't realize that there was foil under the paper. And so he pulled it out, and there's literally 2 large balls of fire that got thrown out. But true story, that almost took this whole thing down. I think these are Thornhill dice, actually. Yeah, so these are Thornhill die from our homies, which I think we get to see them tomorrow in Minneapolis because they're on tour with Sleep Token, like some small band playing arenas or something. They're playing with Sleep Token, and we're playing in Minnesota. So like 2 people will go to our show and 2 million will go to the other. And I think we're gonna hang out with them. But yeah, we did a tour with them last year, and I think ever since they kind of have been our lucky die. I think we hang them every time. We got a little privacy curtain. I don't know why. Oh, I think we do this for our buddy Josh who sleeps here to block it out. But yeah, so this has been the living room. Let's now show you the bunk alley. So as you'll see, normally these are like white bright lights, but we put like orange or red gaff tape on them to kind of make them more of a vibe. Everyone has like a fan and a light and a little power station in their bunks. This is mine. This is my magical lucky blanket. It's gone everywhere with me since like 2017. I don't know why. It looks like the kind of thing I would have had since I was a baby, but I actually just like found it at my friend's house in like 2016, and he gave it to me. And I like to pretend that it's my childhood blanket though. It kind of looks like it would be. It's great. Yeah, so bunk selection. I think that middle or bottom is most popular. I think that I can't do top bunks because I've once tried to do a top bunk and I found that like the movement was making me a little car sick. I think our top bunk squad's doing fine with it, but yeah, I've also heard of people falling out of them. That would suck. I don't know though. These are fairly big. I can't imagine falling out of them, but they have a nice little blackout curtain, so honestly, I get kind of spoiled on tour. Like, you get home and you're like, oh, sunlight. Like, it's nice. You never have the sunlight with these. You just black it out and you're good to go. But yeah, moving on. We got this nice little throw rug trying to like limit dust. We have our little shoe rack that everyone can hang their shoes, and like every once in a while, like this will just fall off in the middle of the night and we'll wake up to like a million shoes. But otherwise, a pretty good time. Wow, this is clever. It looks like our videographer has like a little iPad station, which is pretty sick. People got clever stuff. Nick's got a really cool eye mask for when he sleeps. That's pretty awesome. But yeah, we got a lot of little sleeping devices. We have the pee room, which smells like pee. Couldn't recommend it too much. And we got a little bit of fuse boxes over here, I guess. And that is oh man, that is the pee room. Fun fact: one time I hired someone to drive a bandwagon for my friends in Dayseeker, and on day one, that person pooped in the pee toilet, which I guess maybe I thought he knew. He didn't know. So you don't poop in the pee toilet. That can be that's a big no-no. Which is kind of fun to talk about in Chicago because this, of course, is the city of the infamous John Mayer Bridge incident. Sorry, Dave Matthews Band. Sorry, John Mayer. Your Body's a Wonderland. Dave Matthews Band. The Dave Matthews Band potty incident, which showered the tourists of Chicago with Dave Matthews B-sides. So anyways, that we don't want that happening here in Chicago. Here we have my favorite room, actually, which is the sink room with, I'll show you in a sec. We got a shower behind it, but yeah, Destiny really made this like a spooky vibe. It's pretty cool. Like when you're in here, it's just, and this is where I do my vocal warm-ups every single day. I don't know, I just love this room. I feel like I spend more time in this room than anywhere. We got this cool rug. Yeah, this is all props to our merch gal Destiny. She really made this place sick. We even got like cool little towels in there. Some storage. We got a candle. We have some dude wipes. And then yeah, we have there's a shower in here. I've never used the shower. We've rented this for like almost 2 years now, and I've never used the shower. I'm afraid of the shower. I probably look like someone that would say that too, but no, I think like I can't help but to not open my mouth and like gargle. That's part of being in the shower for me, is like enjoying the water in that way. And this is the kind of water you do not want to get in your mouth, is my understanding. So knowing that I can't be restrained in a shower, I just don't use it. I've never used it. And yeah, that probably says a lot more about me than the shower. But never have used that shower before. I'll use a venue shower from time to time. But yeah, we got the bunk alley. We got the tiny kitchen. This is a weird bandwagon. This is a one-of-a-kind bandwagon that used to be the Skull Candy bandwagon on Warped Tour, where folks could have like like they would try to sell, I think, Skull Candy earphones inside of here, and people could like have little listening parties or something. I'm not totally sure how it worked, but I think they would open their doors to the public for this. So in a way, this might be more people have been in this bandwagon potentially than any other bandwagon in history, due to the way that Skull Candy used to use it. But yeah, now we rent it, and it's been really good to us. Sometimes it's kind of, I like to go gremlin mode. I get really excited after shows and I still have like energy, and so I like to climb in it because it's a really easy bandwagon to kind of like climb around. I can just sort of like go from part of it to part of it, and even this like it's a very sturdy bandwagon. You can like kind of just like hang on it. So like we'll be like driving and I'll just kind of like, you know, just kind of like do some parkour in here. But this has been your bandwagon tour of Silent Planet in 2025. We've been living in this pretty much for all of 2024 and 2025. I hope you've enjoyed. Also, oh, by the way, the ceiling's really soft. I know that because quite frequently I hit my head with it, and it's not a bad time. But yeah, I'm glad you're here. I think, you know, we've done this before with a van, but that van, well, we've had a few vans, and then a van flipped and we almost died, and now we use bandwagons, and we have, thankfully this one hasn't flipped yet because this would be pretty wild upside down. But yeah.